I'm just waiting to find me here. Let me see if I can just, there's my chat for now. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'm just gonna wait. This starting up, going live always drives me crazy. But I got it. Didn't take me too long. I did better last time. Oh, good. And the picture's good too. That's the whole reason that I'm doing a sit-at-home night and go live. As much as I like to take you out to the park and stuff, you know, I really like the conversation on the side, right? And I'm walking around and I'm looking at my camera. I don't get to see the comments, so I'm not feeling like I'm interacting with you as much. So let's see how many people come in tonight. Say hi as you come in. Oh yeah, we got a couple already. Excellent. Anybody see anything good on TV this week? Are you hearing me okay? Is the sound okay? Give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell there for me. And then next time I go live, you won't miss it. I didn't give everybody much notice. I gave about a half an hour today. But I was trying to fiddle around a little bit with OBS, and yeah, I thought I would get it just like that, and I just kind of gave up after a few minutes thinking, yeah, I'm going to have to give this a little bit more time. I made some tea tonight instead of coffee, trying to get off the cream a little bit. I really like my coffee with the cream. I tried it with milk, but I don't like it. Lottie! Oh, I was just thinking about you. Did you get my little message I sent you a couple of weeks ago? It should be in your private message. You should go and check right away because they're not going to be doing those private messages anymore, any? So if you want to see them, you better go see it now. I just said hello because I hadn't heard from you for so long. So hi, I'm so happy to see you. Yeah, so I just sent you a little message just to say, hey, where are you? Yeah, I heard they were getting rid of the messages. I got a lot of handy dandy out of that, right? I was able to get a couple of addresses and stuff to send people things, so I got a lot of use out of it. I mean, I guess later on I might have gotten a little bit more use out of it. I guess, but there's other. Oh, Lottie, I got shingles last year. It's not fun, is it? Poop. Yeah, shingles is not fun. Oh, Steve's here too. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, we're just going to chit chat tonight. Did you really? You're really going to hang it up? Am I ever honored? That really pleases me. Yeah. I sure would like, I don't really have the technical part of taking photos, but I think I have a pretty good eye, right? And also, I don't know, I had this thing in my mind that so many people are using editing, to enhance their photos and everything. And there's the guy who did all those famous pictures in the States. What is Ansel Adams? Was that his name? He never had all those special effects and everything. Oh, a chunky wood frame too. Awesome. Yeah, they kind of go with the feel of it. This big frame right behind me here, I got that at a garage sale. It had the ugliest doves, pink doves underneath it, but the frame was amazing. You could tell the frame was worth a few $100s, right? So I went to like the dollar store and I picked up all these little metallic papers and I glued them all over it and I made my own picture. Yeah, and it's been sitting there waiting for the perfect photo. I have a nice photo, but I don't think I could blow it up that big. It's me standing in the doorway of this massive, massive barn. It was amazing. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear you had shingles. Yeah, I had shingles last year. I was really lucky to have it at my back, so I really couldn't get at it or anything, so it healed up pretty good. And I was sort of kind of had ideas, so I think I caught it real fast, so the doctor was able to give me a shot or something. Yeah. Or medication. Yeah, he gave me medication and ointment. Worked really well. Yeah, worked really well. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't understand why I couldn't sleep. I was going crazy. I was doing YouTube and looking for a job, and I was working full time, and yeah, off adventuring. Yeah, I was all over the place. Yeah, so I hope you got some rest. And I hope it's all healed now. I know sometimes that takes a long time. If people don't know out there, if you've had chicken pox, you have a 50% chance of getting shingles at some point. And yeah, so keep an eye on that. It'll look as at first you won't see anything. It'll just be like aches and pains, and they'll get really sore. I had mine on my back, but you get it all. If you get it on your face and you have to go to work every day with big open rashes on your face, how miserable would that be? And that happens lots. Yeah, so keep an eye on it, because you know, my doctor caught it right away, and he gave me the ointment and the medicine, and yeah, it took away the pain right away, so the pain was good. The rash stayed for a long time, but then it didn't bother me as much, and just knowing what it was half the thing, right? Because like when you're in that kind of pain and you don't see anything, but it's a straight line when the rash comes, like usually you'll have a pain for a week or two. How was it for you, Lottie? Oh, and Kim's here tonight? Excellent. Wasn't it a strange day today here, Kim, eh? It was so cold this morning, and that wind was so cold, and we were out in the balcony. Yeah, and then this evening it's just like summer again. Yeah, and the wind was coming from the north, which is odd. We don't usually get that cold north wind, not this time of year, but it was kind of nice at the same time. But yeah, when I left the house, I thought, oh, I should have a sweater on. I was just saying that, you know, it's really nice to go up for a walk and stuff and take you guys for a walk, but I like so much, you know, watching the comments, and I got it on slow, right? Not like I really have to worry, but I got it on slow, so, you know, I thought, oh, we could just have a chit chat. I'm watching myself. It's like a little second delay here on my screen, and yeah, it draws my attention when I look. I'm a really kind of one of these people with my hands all the time. Yeah. And call me on those yups and those A's. I don't mind the A's so much because it is kind of part of my nationality and is kind of expected. But I really, really hate those ums that I do, and I've been practicing really hard. It's when I start to think, like the A's are not bad, but the ums I really, really, really hate, and I've been really trying hard to get rid of those. Yeah, I really hate it. Oh, was that ever nice to think that you got a frame for that picture? Yeah, I like my pictures behind me. What have you guys been watching on TV this week? I hope you all saw that Paul McCartney video, on James Gordon. It was absolutely amazing. I think I've seen it 3 times already, and I bawled my eyes out each time. Yeah, it was really good. I really liked the Beatles. It was just before my time, I think. Like, I think I was maybe around 7 or 8 years old. Actually, yeah, I would have been 5 or 6 years old when the Beatles got really, really popular, right? And I do remember seeing them. Well, I don't really remember seeing them, but I remember my aunt wanted to go see the Beatles, at the Coliseum, and she wasn't allowed to go unless she took me, and I was just a little kid, and she had to watch over me the whole time, and that's how her mom control. It was I was kind of like I don't know, one of those people make sure that you don't get into trouble, right? So yeah. I don't really remember the concert, but I remember going with my aunt, and she was with her friends and everything. She was kind of ticked off that she had to drag me around, but I think it probably worked for her. Yeah. Yeah, that Paul McCartney, oh, just bawled my eyes out. And then they opened up the curtain, right? And they did the band, the singing. Oh, it was awesome. And then passing the beer. Yeah, I thought that was great. And the little old lady with the red shirt in, and she was so excited, and she was running into the. Here I am flapping my arms. She was running into the thing. Oh. We were talking about the Paul McCartney on the James Gordon. Isn't he good? And he's so genuine, right? Like he knows how to draw you in and make you love the guy. Yeah. And I actually watched today. Actually, I watched, and it was I think it was just released like 3 days ago, and he was talking about how excited he was about the videos coming out and us seeing it and our reaction to it. And it went straight to number one, and it was at number one for 24 hours. And then something stupid. Well, I can't say it was stupid because it was something for a younger crowd, right? And it's the same thing. I watched a couple of reviews, and and some of the younger kids, they don't understand the big hoopla and how we got to number one. It's just a generation thing, right? Oh, I must have watched that one. I don't know how many times. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're my band. Oh, Under the Bridge. I just love that song. Oh, and what's that other one? Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. When he's in the tunnel with the flamethrowers. Yeah, that sure was a great character. Oh, one of my favorite videos. And iRobot, one of their very new ones. Oh, what a good one. Yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot of great songs. And it's funny because I've only been into them for maybe 10 years, and they were around since the 80s. Yeah, you've got to watch because their earlier videos. When you see them in the earlier videos, they're all crazy. But now they love their art, right? So I think, yeah, Anthony. I think he's like one of the greatest poets. Yeah, I'm sure lots of people would disagree with me, but I consider him a poet. Oh, give me a second. I'm just going to run over and I'm going to turn the air conditioning off. I forgot to turn the air conditioner off. And I'm just going to grab a sweater for a sec. I'll be right back. I was out metal detecting today. I found the most amazing spot right in the city. The most amazing spot. I've been at it for 2 days now, and it's been so pleasant too because I guess it's in a really nice neighborhood, and it's like a corner lot, and it's one of the very oldest lots in the whole city, and I didn't even know it was there. And you have walkers. They like walk in the neighborhood. I guess there's a lot of high risers and a lot of retired couples and retired ladies and stuff. And they walk the blocks. And I met so many nice people in the past week. It's just the most lovely area. I wish I could afford to live in the area, but wow, I had such a great time. I actually pulled the camping chair out and had the metal detector, and I made a couple of new friends. It was really nice. I'm talking about history. Whew. Yes, I will tell that story. I've got it planned. Like I'm just stirring it around in my house. It was the whole plan for this weekend for that video. But yeah, I want to do some more talking to people and just double check to see if I can get, some nice proper permission and stuff. Yeah. Oh, Alex is here. Holy cow, we're gonna. Oh, Veronica, I didn't see we're here. Hello, Arkansas. You know, when I was 18, I just stopped. Me and my dad used to go to the States all the time. He was a compulsive gambler. He used to like to go to Reno and Vegas all the time. And it was only like 22 hours when we lived in Vancouver, right? But we used to do those family trips too. And he'd load us in the car and he wouldn't even tell us where we were going. And we would hit like Route 66 and go as far down as Mexico. We never did the East Coast though into the States. We always did like from Montana or North Dakota, and we go west and then all the way down to the border of Mexico there, right? But we used to do that all the time as a kid. Yeah, but then when my dad passed away, I don't think I ever did again. Yeah, I don't think I ever really made a trip down there again. Just stayed up here. Well, I have traveled, I've done the East Coast, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and Cape Breton. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Cape Breton, wow, the people. I got stuck in a snowstorm with my husband out there in like May, this horrible snowstorm, and we got stuck. And total strangers like gave us a cottage to stay in overnight and dragged the car back onto the road and had us for dinner and then had us for breakfast the next morning and then sent us off with canned lobster. They were just amazing. Corey's mom and dad. Yes, Corey. My husband was a Patricia. He was in the military, right? And he was stationed out here. He was with the second. He was with the first too because he got booted out of the second. And then we had to move to the first and he came back in through the back door. Yeah, but I think he got the boot again. We broke up before then. Yeah, it was too much. Oh, wouldn't that be exciting? Yeah, it's all about the moolah at this point. I'm so excited. I'm really lucky, actually. I'm very grateful. I've gotten a job again this week. I start this week, so I'm really happy about that. I've been selling off my stuff and everything. I lost my backup computer. I lost my Osmo. But what can you do, right? And got to keep a roof over your head and yeah. But back on my feet, a few more weeks, and I'm really excited, because I've got my trips planned and oh, do you remember I was telling you last time? I don't know. A lot of people might not have been here and saw the Assiniboine Park one. You have to watch it like a podcast, like while you're washing the dishes or something, because the video was so bad. That's why I'm going live tonight. But I made that note that I was talking about. Who was here last week? I know Steve was here last week, no? And I was talking about maybe taking some people with me. So I made this little thing with my email and my name here, and then explained a little bit so that they can contact me. And yeah, if they want to come out for an outing, I've got room. And well, I probably, because I actually have 3 seats. I have a great car. My car's been wonderful, except I blew the tire. Yeah, but that's me. I do a lot of dirt roads and stuff. I'm pretty rough on my tires. Yeah, my tire blew. And I know I should have CAA. I think I still have warranty. Not warranty, roadside assistance. I think I have a couple of years of that, but I haven't used it yet. Yeah, but when that's done, then I'll go to CAA. Yeah, they're really quite awesome. Yeah, so that was that plan. So what else is everybody up to? Oh, I watch Nugget Noggin all the time. Yeah. An aqua jigger. Yeah, Bo, he's been pretty critical, he's got that underneath sarcasm, right? So he rubs people sometimes the wrong way, but it's kind of, it's kind of like when he does it, he kind of looks at us in the camera, to say ha ha ha, like it's an inside joke or something. So I guess that's part of the fun. Yeah, but Nugget Noggin, what a sweetheart, eh? Yeah. Oh yeah. I watch all those. And there's a couple of more like that I watch. And yeah, I should actually be opening them on my screen because yeah, I watch all them like I watch them all and I have a few favorites. Silver Slingers and her husband Tiger. They're really nice. She's really good at her editing. She always has some cool tunes. I don't know how she doesn't get copyright strikes on her music because she's always using current music, right? Sung by somebody else, but I guess maybe she's not monetizing or something, right? Yeah. And then she just doesn't get the money for it. I don't know. But it's kind of neat. She really has good music. I watch them too. Quarter Hoarders. His videos have been getting really, really good lately. Oh, and there's another couple of guys I've been watching lately, and his videos are really good because they go way up in the mountains. Oh darn! I wish I knew because their videos are so good. I wish on the top of my tongues if I could remember who they were. Yeah, they go way up and they way up into the mountains and they find the old cellars, right, that nobody's ever done. And then Comanche up in Alaska in the northwest. Is it northwest tour? No, Alaska. They're up in Alaska, and they do bottle digging, right? And I think they're starting their season now too. They're really good. Kathy hooked me on to that one. That's one of our viewers here. She hasn't come. I don't think Kathy's come on live with me yet. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's a great supporter of mine too. She's always rah rah rahing me. Hi, Alex. Yeah. How's the sound? Is it too loud? Am I yelling? Somebody give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down because I can turn it down. It takes one and it's done. Oh, Brendan's not here tonight. And Nancy's not here. Nancy's usually here. She'll pop in. She'll get a notice. I was really late sending the notices out. Like I said, I was checking out OBS. I thought I was going to get it just like that. And I looked at it. Yeah, it just looked like Chinese to me. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, it looked like hieroglyphics. Oh, this week? See, I'm I'm in this state. I'm a poor artist. What do you call those starving artists right now? So I've been making up my own little adventures, right? Like I'm not throwing them up to YouTube or anything. Maybe somewhere's down the road, I'll do that. But yeah, these were just a little adventures for myself. And I was driving by the Ross house and the door was open. Okay. And and the door was open and I'm like, oh, ooh, maybe they'll go in and it's like one of the oldest log Red River log frame house, right? Here in Winnipeg, and they've been trying to save it and they turned it into like a museum and they set it in a park downtown and I walked by in the door and I'd never been inside. I drive by it on occasion, but I'd never seen the door open. And I went in and the most amazing gentleman was there and we had the best conversation telling stories about back times and he was showing me around and wow, I've got lots of pictures, but yeah, it was amazing. One of the first settlers here in Winnipeg. Yeah, and the whole house was set up, the desk, the table. Yeah. So I've been making those little adventures for myself, but the metal detecting I've been doing this week, and I've met such lovely people too, right? But yeah, when you see that, you won't believe that too. Yeah, it's on my phone right now, or I pull it out and say, "Hey, look at this picture," because I've just been taking pictures, right? Oh, good. Thanks, Lottie. Yeah, Depths of History. Watch them. I don't know if my sisters are watching. I told her that I was going to go live. You out there, Carolyn? Yeah, Carolyn will just hang out in the background. She's my youngest sister. I think she's about 8 years younger than me. And then Alice is 6 years younger than me. And then my sister Tracy, who is the matriarch of our family and rules our worlds. She's a year younger than me. But she's a super smart lady too, right? Yeah. Yeah. She's been helping me out quite a bit, right? Since I've been off work. Didn't think it was going to be that hard to find work. I just didn't. I don't know if it was my age. Like I'm 57 this year, right? And I was trying really hard. I knew I probably, if I'd gone into media, because I'd seen the jobs, right? Like the car dealerships and looking for people exactly like me, right? To help with their branding and stuff and run their media. And I was trying really hard because, I really do want to be a creative, right? I don't want to, well, I do. I do like the branding part of it too. And I like the idea of managing, but I have my own idea, like starting my own thing, calling it, branding grannies. And, it'd just be like seniors that just trying to get good income. And you'd have like, big football stars and big hockey stars that are just too busy to handle their media. And there's a lady who's retired and living on a pension, a very small pension, that could maybe make some extra money sitting at home in front of her computer, which means everybody has to learn the computer. And it's not hard. I mean, Dottotech. Now, if I could suggest anybody to start, somebody older, like somebody you want to relate to. I know a lot of my viewers are older, right? But yeah, Dottotech, he's about my age and he's so smart. Like he'll teach you about apps and he'll keep you right up to date. And he's very googly about like me, right? And yeah, so if you're a googly person, then yeah. Well, you don't even have to, be a googly person, but it's nice if you were. Yeah, I love Google. I'm not very smart with all this stuff, and I do try, right? But it's really, really technical. There's a lot of technical stuff, right? Yeah, and if I ever shoot it, that's it. Somebody else will, well, I'll do the lives and stuff, but else will be doing all the setup and all the lighting. And look at the lighting, isn't that much better tonight? I think the lighting is, I've got this light up there, and I've got my camera hooked here, and I was going to do my webcam tonight, and I did it there, but it was like 7:20, and like all you could see was my head. I like this big area, so I use the front end of my phone, and it works excellent. Excellent. Yeah, you get much wider vision. You can see my messy house. It's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to have Molly maid go through my house and clean my house. It'll take him a week. I haven't even had a sip of my coffee. Tea. When I have tea, I usually have peanut butter toast. I like peanut butter toast with tea. I haven't eaten yet today. Oh, and you know what? Let me change my glasses. That's why I can't see the messages as well as I do. I'm wearing my other glasses. Oh, that's much better. Okay. 7 people now. Who else has popped in? Kim, you still out there? Yeah, haven't even been to the beach this year. Oh, awesome. Nancy's here. We were just talking about you, Nancy. Now we're just waiting for Brendan. Yeah, and maybe Dave will show up. Yeah. Those of you who don't do my lives, sometimes they turn out good, sometimes not. See, isn't this much better, Nancy? I was just saying how much I like this. Oh, thank you. I hope things are going good with you too out in Seattle. Hope you're having a nice day out there. It's 20 to 8 here in Winnipeg. So when I'm setting up to go live, I have to kind of double check everything and make sure I've got the time zones right, because I think I'm set to New York, my time. So I always have to set it 2 hours ahead. So, somebody talk. Somebody ask a question. It's a free-for-all tonight. Let's have a conversation. I'm so excited. 80s. I'm ready for a turkey day. Turkey's one of my favorite meals. Oh, white meat turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy, frozen peas with carrots, big gob of cranberries. Yum, yum. Oh, see? Yes, James is awesome. Yeah, he's really good. But I thought Paul was amazing. Like my favorite one of those carpool karaoke's, I thought was Elton John. When Elton John came on, I thought that was pretty awesome. Oh, and that lady who did that cartoon movie, what was that cartoon? Frozen, right? And then they went in and they were doing the bongos and everything was like homemade musical instruments and everything. And that was Jimmy Kimmel, or yeah, Jimmy Kimball. That was his. That wasn't James, but that was a good one too. I don't watch a lot of late night TV. I'm usually into my YouTube videos, or I'm into, you know, watching machine learning on the computer. Yeah, I'm trying to use my calendar a lot more because I know I'll get a lot of use out of that, but it's just a matter of, getting used to doing it every day. And it's really neat because it gives me messages, right? Yeah, so that's, if you go to that Dottotech, you'll learn about this stuff, right? And when I know this, then I can show you guys this stuff. I know a lot of you might know it already, but I know a lot of people. I know when I started out on the computer, I was basically Googling and and watching YouTube videos and touching on links that I shouldn't and not having my settings done properly. Yeah. When I get worried about things, I'm one of those people that start pushing buttons, trying to figure things out, and then I switch everything around. I think I just did it the other day. Yeah, messed it all up. It turned out I've had Windows 10 for over a year, and then just last week my computer updated, and I thought it was giving me 32 when I knew I had 64, and yeah, I don't know, computer stuff. Anyway, it's back to normal, but I think I've been using the wrong Google account or something for the past year. I don't know. That's but again, when things get better, then I'm gonna hire somebody, and that's gonna be their thing, and then they're gonna teach me how to do it properly. Because somebody shows me, like, and that's what they need is actually, because some of these teachers on YouTube, what they do is they make really great instructional videos, but you need somebody to actually do all his videos, and I think this channel would go off really, really well if they just had the webcam pointed to the screen and just say, hey, this is how you do this, and then go on to the next one. Just the same thing, right? Like my videos, when I go out into the field, you don't see my picture in front of my bandits and say, hey, hey. Well, I guess that's my style, right? That's just not the way I work. And I don't know where I was going with that. I was going somewhere, as usual. I have these little brain farts. But it's not anything to worry about, I don't think, because I've had them all my life. Oh, look it, I'm missing all my comments because I'm way up there. I'm sure. Oh, excellent. Yeah, so it's only going to be a few more weeks. I'm so lucky. Yeah, and I got on at a Manitoba company, so I'm very pleased with that too, right? Yeah, because I like supporting anything Manitoba, so that made me very pleased. And it was one of the first companies when I moved to Winnipeg with my family in 1980. It was one of the very first jobs I had was with the same company. Yeah. Yeah. So wouldn't that be funny if it was like one of my very first jobs and then my very last job I went back there. And I enjoyed working there too. I don't know why I ever, and I think I was doing quite well. I think because I was like a supervisor. Yeah, I was kind of like supervisor in an all-night diner restaurant. Yeah. I know. You know, the first money I can kill. I did not get my parking pass yet this year. Breaks my heart to say. And my fishing license. I know I can get a few day fishing license for a few dollars. So I wasn't too worried about that. But I'm a little heartbroken. I'll just be heartbroken if I don't get my park pass this year. And I'm already halfway because it's like May 19th camping starts. Yeah, and I was taking you out to my favorite spot that I go every year. I go on this sabbatical. Yeah. But I'm being responsible. I'm trying to be. Yeah. Had to get off my sister's back. She works hard for her money too. And I was working so hard because, I couldn't go out exploring as much. Plus, I was working a full-time job. Plus, I was looking for work full-time. Yeah. It was a lot. And then learning, right? Because the learning part of it is lots too. And of course, yeah, I like YouTube and I watch lots of videos too. I like to keep on touch of all my favorites. Yeah. And all my email accounts, yeah. I got lots of. I keep up on them pretty good though. And I don't think I get very much at all. But I'll be out camping. Give me a few weeks and yeah, I'll make you guys some amazing videos for sure. I have my explorers all set out already and they're all kind of like I've made the trip, right? But yeah, I'm starting a new job now, so I need to get 3 days off and I need to catch up on a few bills and yeah, I'll be out there for sure. I'm not crying about my blues and I'm not complaining. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I went 4 years and yeah, yeah. And yeah, it kind of happened. Why? Oh, when like they do the concerts out on the street, Kim? When they block off the street? I know. I'm so excited to. I could go out to raise land and everything. I've cleaned it all up and everything. But oh, I don't know if you guys can see my arm. Can you see all that? Oh, those black flies just took chunks on me. I mean, it was a lot of fun. But the place I'm at now is just, you guys won't believe it. I'm really pulling up some I think is important. I mean, it's a square nail, okay? I'm finding square nails and stuff, but they're so exciting, right? Square nails, those are old, handmade, mixed in with the newer nails and stuff. But yeah, I've really been enjoying the metal. Like I said, I've been making my own little explorers for yeah. Oh well, it's almost over. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and and it's a good test. And one day I'm going to tell you guys a story. Yeah, just not right now. Let me get out of it. I'm not completely out of it now, but I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm pretty excited about it. And like I said, I'm excited to get back to work and get some bills paid, and it'll be much better. There was nothing me going back to work because all I need is money. My problem is the money to get out there, getting the gas in the car, and having dinner and making sure that money is not needed somewhere else, right? And yeah, it's been 4 years with YouTube. I think it was bound to happen, and yeah. I don't know if I'm being too open about it. I'm not saying too much, but yeah, like I said, I'll tell you a story one day. I'm not going anywhere. I was determined to make sure that everybody got to see me every week, and I appreciate that everybody's kind of sticking with me. It actually kind of really warms my heart that you guys did that because I got myself in a real bind. And on top of that, yeah, me and my sisters, and I'm disappointed in them and they're disappointed in me, and now I've got a job, but and I know they want the best for me and everything, but I've always been a butterfly. My freedom, and it's not like I don't like to work. I love to work. I don't stop. Like if I'm not doing this, I'm doing that. Like, I'm always busy. But yeah, I've just been one to value my freedom, I guess, more than money. Yeah. Oh, this might warm your heart. I mean, I'm not telling this for anything, but this was really sweet. I joined this. I'm a member of this creative Manitoba here, and they've been so helpful to me. And they're a networking group, between the different arts. Like not just they're just like dancing and film and production that like, but it's just a way like to interact and just to be kind of with your own, because everybody knows how much I like the machine learning, right? And I just thought, I'm so by myself all the time that maybe if I could meet somebody that does more the copyright part of it, and and I could do my creative going off and film and then coming and editing, and that would take such a load off of me. And if we kind of work like a team, right? Yeah. And I know of a couple of organizations that might that if I talk to them might join in with me, but yeah. I'm just kind of I don't know. I don't know. This is you always have these plans, but they never always seem to work out, and sometimes they surprise you and you do. Oh, really? Oh, that's an old hardware store too. That's a really old hardware store. I don't think anything has ever been on that cord and hardware lot before. I think it's always been a hardware store. So yeah, that's over 100 years old. I don't know if it's in the same family or not. Yeah, we love our heritage buildings here, and I've been still waiting to do that tour down all that old advertising on the side of the buildings. You'll be amazed with our exchange district. If anybody wanted to Google it, it's the largest heritage district in North America. And when you go there, remember when you used to watch like the old Chicago movies and the old New York movies with the black and whites with the tall high rises and stone structures? Those are our buildings, right? And we kept them. Well, actually, we did specifically keep them because they were heritage buildings. It's just that, during the Depression and stuff, they became utilitarian, right? And it was just a cheap way to do business and make a little bit of money and keep things going. So, and then by the time that they were ready to come down, then they became heritage sites, and now they're protective. Yeah, boy, black flies. Look, mosquito bite. I just got eaten alive. Bugs usually don't like me. Yeah, my camping. But I'm metal detecting. That was lots of fun. And if you guys want me to throw up one of my metal detecting videos, I'm happy to do that. I can add that onto my channel. Yeah, it's history and it's the outdoors and it's definitely an adventure. I had so much fun. And the ladies, and they're walking down the streets too, and they stop and we just talk history. And some of those women have been in the neighborhood for like all their lives. And then now it's all high rises around that area, really tall buildings. But oh, Nancy, it's I would love to do it like in the rain, like in the evening in the rain, and I would have to have good lighting, and I have a friend, and her daughter Lauren I think would be perfect to hang out with me because she's such a lovely girl, and I know she's a hard worker, and she's young too, so she might want a career, and I think I could train her into doing that. Yeah, but she'd probably have to do it for nothing for a while. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's the only thing holding me up now. I'm ready to go. But But yeah, I do have a little bit coming in next month, but I don't know. I really should hand it off to my sister, and actually I know I will. And I just got to be responsible. But like I said, it won't be long, and I'm going to get those explorers, and yeah. Yeah, you'll really like that explore. It's the ghost signs. If you Google ghost signs, they're just amazing. Paris has got them. England still has them, and Winnipeg has them. And what they are is old advertising because they had they were called wall dogs, and they would dangle off the top of the roofs, and then they would paint advertising. That's how they advertised, right? Other than newspapers, they didn't have any way of advertising their goods and services. So yeah, they would do it. And then as soon as the business would go, and actually Norman Rockwell, they were called wall dogs, right? The guys who painted, and they would do acrobats and stuff and entertain the passerbys and stuff like that. So when I take you down there, it just looks like old manufacturing and warehouses and stuff. But you got to think in the old days how busy that area was. There would have been stores, and actually the arts is taking over a lot of that area too. So there are fancy hairdressers and nice restaurants down there. Yeah, if you ever come to Winnipeg, there's no question the Exchange District is something you have to see, but you can't miss it because if you go downtown, you can't miss it. Most of our downtown is like that. New England, Kristen, yeah, keep in contact. I would love to metal detect down there. Wow, what history you guys have down there, eh? Yeah, I watch a lot of documentaries around that area. I just love that area. Oh, I bet you. I think I would spend the whole time in antique stores. Baskets, right? You were famous. That's what New England is for their baskets. Yes, I would love a basket if I'm thinking right. Up here, yes, Nantucket baskets. So that is New England, eh, Kristen? Yes, I thought so. Yeah, they're very high collectible too, eh? Some of them can go for thousands and thousands of dollars. What's the story on those? What made them so collectible? Just because they were made for so long and they were so delicate, or was it the crafting? And the lobster. Uh-huh. Up in Manitoba here, we're famous for fishing, for mucklucks. And if you don't know what mucklucks are, there are indigenous leather and beading, beautiful boots. Yeah, Manitoba mucklucks. If you Google them, and if you want to be unique in your winter gear, or even want a beautiful pair of slippers, they get all that money. Yes, I hear they get 100% of that money. I could be wrong, so I'm not going to say that for sure. But I know quite a bit of that money goes to them. They put in the work and they get the money. Yeah, I would check into them. But beautiful. Yeah, so we're famous for fishing and mucklucks and what else? Polar bears. Yeah, who else got polar bears? And that's another thing. I would love to put together some kind of tour. What do we got here? Show. What's this? I hit a button here, Kristen. What is this? I don't know how to do that. I'm going to have to I don't know. But thanks for letting me know, Kristen. I'll definitely look into that. But I'm not sure. I thought it was set up already. I'll look into that. But thank you. Was it ever kind of you to say? I appreciate it. I have a button here. There's a dollar sign, but I guess that's for me too. Oh, wait a minute. Here's two. Oh no, that's for my tube buddy. Now, anybody out there? I don't know. I don't mean to sound like advertising, but I'm just throwing out things that I love, right? So if you guys want to check them out or anything, but if anybody out there does YouTube or anything and they want to see how well their channel is doing, TubeBuddy, keep that in mind. So awesome. Yeah, they keep my channel in line for sure. I have the free version. It's a free app, but they do have a paid one too, and then you get like even better insights. But yeah, I use it all the time. Hmm. Add an ad button. I'm gonna Google that right now. I don't know. I'll figure that one out. We won't worry about that tonight. Oh, wait, here's paid memberships. Oh, off I go. Yeah, I went somewheres. I don't know where. Oh, there I am again. Yeah, we'll worry about that another day. It's not a big deal. I sound like I've been sounding like a like I need donations. I really don't. I do this because I love it. I don't do it. I don't do it because I'm poor. I would do it whether I was poor or I was rich, no matter what. And I'm sorry if I sounded that way when I did that. I didn't mean to. Yeah, it's just the relief of getting out of that mess. That's all it is. Yeah. I've supported myself for 20 years now. I've been in the same apartment and I've supported myself my whole life, except for these past, oh, how many months, but yeah, I've gotten help, and my sister knows that when she needs help that I'm going to jump in and I'm going to help her. I don't help her the same way she helps me. Yeah, she's an executive, so she doesn't need me. But, I do little things like, help her with the housework and stuff cuz she's busy. Yeah. But that's what I do. And then one day maybe I'll be a YouTube superstar. Yeah. And I'll just pass the love around, pay her all back for all the kindnesses she's done and all the kindnesses all the people have done for me in my life. Yeah, and there have been a lot of them. Oh, Sharon's here. Oh, terrific. Okay, you guys, I'm really starting to get hot now. Can I turn the air conditioner on? And if it's too loud for you guys, will you let me know? Because I'm happy to turn it off again, but I'm more than happy to have it on because I'm getting hot again. Yeah, it was really nice this morning. It got really cool in here. But yeah, this evening it got all hot again. I guess we're having block parties going down by my house. I live in a really nice neighborhood. Well, I have to dress up to go to 7-Eleven, let's just say that, because it's one of those community streets with the outdoor cafes and everything, and yeah, they've got it closed off for concerts tonight, Kim's saying. But that might have been nice. I could have gone live tonight, couldn't I have, Kim? Oh no, that was on the weekend. It would be over now. Let me just wipe that off. Yeah, before I came live, I said, oh, go brush your teeth. And I'm thinking, well, nobody's going to see you, Cindy. Why are you going to go brush your teeth? And this is exactly why, because you start yapping and stuff. Happy Sunday, Sharon. Nice to have you here. Sharon is the most amazing writer. I don't know if she has a website or anything, but her comments are like poetry. So if you guys watch my comments, like we have some amazing conversations in the comments sometimes. Yeah, so you guys should really, the mosquito bites, don't mind me. You guys know all you guys would be like slapping my hands if you were right there. Yeah, just shout in the comments. Oh, is it going to be all summer? We also have movie in the parks too. We have this great big outdoor theater. It's in a Boyne Park. When we went live that time, they have a great big outdoor theater, and they put out movies all summer long. Yeah, so I know there's some good ones this summer that I want to go out. Usually my sister goes to those, and my last jobs I had to work, and if I wasn't working, I was out exploring, right? I think, we get along like, Tracy is my best friend, even though sometimes we're on each other. But we complement each other usually pretty well. And I love her backyard. And yeah, she's got a nice family of animals. She's got like 3 cats. She did have 5 cats at one time, and a couple of dogs. And she's got that beautiful pond and that I made the rock garden. Oh, okay. Oh, right, 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 right. Yeah, so busy out there in the summertime. But yeah, I remember the days, like I've been here for so long now that I remember I could just go down to 7-Eleven in my pajamas and, now I'm afraid, especially the nightclub I used to work at is just down the street from where I live, right? So I used to be a server in a bar down the street, and I was there for years and years. So I know, like, I bump into people in my neighborhood all the time. Yeah. So I'm walking down the street, more than likely I'm going to stop. Actually, I did. I met somebody, Bert. I didn't see him for over a year. We usually see each other, bump into each other every 6 months. But yeah, we'll stand around and talk for 20 minutes or so, and then off I go. Yeah. So what else? Should we go back to the Paul McCartney thing? And oh, what I've been watching lately. I've been getting into these animal videos. Once I start getting into those safety animal videos, it's really hard for me to get off of them. I've been watching 1 or 2 of those every day. They always make me bawl my eyes out, those mangy dogs. Yeah, and he always, Ranch Vet, that's the guy. Yeah. He seems legit too, so I've been watching his videos. Yeah, and he seems very compassionate. Yeah, I just watched a video too of him saving a horse and a that was ready for the meat market, and it was pregnant, and they took the horse, and yeah, it had a baby, and yeah, it had heartworms, and they cleaned the heartworms and stuff. It was a good show. I'm usually a documentary person. I usually like the documentaries, right? And I like the training videos. I like learning new things. And I jotted down a whole bunch of interesting things because I knew I was going to go live this week, and I knew I wasn't going to be walking around until I got those settings. Ralph was another one of our viewers, and he said that maybe if I turned down the speed, then that would be the problem. I thought it was because of the Wi-Fi out there, but yeah, because when we went to cruise night to look at the cars, we had no problem. The video was perfect. So I must have played around with the settings or something. And I know we went out to St. Paul's Church, right? That beautiful church that we explored. That was so much fun. Yeah, I love that. It just, I don't know. I just found it. I just found it. I found it a package of inspiration, like all the way around. Yeah, I thought it was lovely. I would like to do more of those type of videos. Yeah. I'll be the Molly maid. I'll fill up the car with car supplies, and all the churches I visit, I'll give them a little house clean. Yes. Oh, and Nancy. Nancy wrote the entire history of the entire area for me. I might as well have just copied it and then pasted it to my description. It was so amazing. I sometimes feel like that with Brendan's comments and Sharon's comments. Yeah, they go so in depth. Like I just learned so much from you guys too, right? And that's what it is, right? We all kind of learn off each other, you know. Yeah, you guys help me out so much. Yeah, I when I'm doing this by myself, like I learned this all by myself. I just can't believe I did this. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah. You still out there, Sharon? Yeah, so what's new with me? I got a job. I'm very pleased with that. It's gonna get things all sorted out. Then I'll be able to get out there and get out to the lake. Yeah, to the beach too. And I've got my fishing magnets. I haven't used those yet. Oh, excellent. How's it out there? It's San Francisco, right? Right, Sharon? I'm pretty sure she's in, yeah, San Francisco. And talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers, Sharon, let me know if I can tell the story, or you can tell it yourself. You're in the comments about your ex-husband and who he knew. Yeah, I would love it. It's not my story. It's her story. She told me the story. Oh, yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, it was her story. She told me I wouldn't tell it unless she gave me permission. But yeah, that was really wonderful that I knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah. When I was a teenager, I always wanted to meet people. We used to have those telethons, right? Like the Jerry Lewis telethon. Did you guys have those in the States? The Jerry Lewis, I'm sure you would, because Jerry Lewis is American. So I'm assuming that, but he would always go to the different cities in Canada all the time, and he'd do these big 3-day telethons, and he would be so exhausted and being all just a big sweaty mess. And yeah, and he raised so much money. And 7-Elevens, we'd always, when you had the extra change, isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? Sharon saying her ex-husband was with Anthony under the bridge when he wrote that song. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. What a beautiful song. Yeah. I thought that was Under the Bridge, yes. I was saying there were a few that were my favorites. Like a couple of his new ones, I shouldn't say his, like the whole band, because the whole band is amazing. But they're all great artists. And actually, they just got inducted to the American Hall of Fame, Music Hall of Fame. And that was what, 2016, I think? Yeah, that was pretty exciting. But like I said, I've only been into them for about 10 years. I was all about, I guess I was a little bit of a, I don't know about, I wasn't a punk rocker or anything, but I liked Pat Benatar. I liked the rock, but I also liked the really old rock music. I guess I was a bit of a throwback, the 60s and 70s music. But my aunt was very musical too, right? She was always playing records and stuff like that. So, yeah. When I was a teenager, I was all about Donny Osmond. Yeah, I was all about Donny Osmond. Yeah. And now he's got a Vegas gig. Him and his sister's got a Vegas gig, I heard. And I've met Donny Osmond a couple of times. Bay City Rollers, that was another one. And then as you grow older, you turn into different bands. But yeah, I kind of bounced all over the place. What were some of your guys' favorite bands? Oh, so he got his car fixed, eh? Or yeah, you said he got to keep it going and stuff. Oh, that's good. And he's helping it. Oh, that used to be one of my favorites. I remember how old I was. I was 10 years old, and I was in Champlain Heights in Vancouver, and we were living in the townhouses there, and that album came out. I remember the album. I can see a picture of it. It's a white album with his face on it. Oh no, it's not. It's the one that took the whole. Remember that album cover? I don't know. I'm talking about stuff that probably most of our viewers aren't even interested in. But Donny Osmond's big head took up the whole cover. Yeah, and there was a poster inside, a big life-size poster that I taped underneath the bunk bed, whole length of the bunk bed. Yes, go away, little girl. Yeah, and I liked Marie Osmond too. Yeah, when she started getting really popular, and she's really, I think she should have like gone on the same plane as Janet Jackson, right? Like how Janet Jackson is still doing very well. I think like Marie Osmond was that good that she could have done the same thing, right? But it was Elvis. I loved Elvis. Yeah, right through into my late teens, everything Elvis, movies, posters, albums, CDs, cassettes. Small world. Yeah, I plastered everything all over the roof of my bunk bed. Yes. Yes, exactly. And it was a huge one. When we say life size, it was life size, right, Sharon? Yeah, it was huge. I bet you if you collected those, I don't know. I've got some really old albums. I've got like a couple of milk crates of albums, and I heard albums are back and albums are even collectible. I was actually, my locker got broken into a few weeks ago, and the caretaker didn't say anything to me. And I went down there, and one of the other tenants was down there, and he says, "Oh, your door was open, all your stuff was all over the floor." And there was my pop up tent, my amazing pop up tent. You won't believe when we go, actually, when we were talking about going camping, when I take this pop up tent, I'm actually going to video myself putting up this tent. And I swear, I promise that it won't take me more than a minute and a half. I keep it, you know how you always buy things and you can never get them back into the packaging, and it had one of these zipper bags for this big tent. I just leave the tent in my sleeping bag. It makes it so easy to put it together and take it apart. It's a really good tip if you guys like to camp. You want to do all the little things that make it easy. Oh, here I am trailing off again. And I don't mention it very often, but I have an Amazon page. If you look down in my description there, and I'll leave a link actually, and to my camping channel. I also put another page there. It's like, what did I call it? Ease of use and comfort. Life's comfort or something. I don't know. I put a really nice title there. But it was a whole bunch of things that, like as you get older and stuff that would make life easier. So yeah, if you were interested in checking that out, yeah, for sure check that out. Because I put a lot. And then up in the right-hand corner of each of the pictures in the Amazon, you push there and I had little comments. Yeah, there were some pretty cute things. Some things, I have. And then some things, I hopefully one day want to buy. Some things I just wish for. But yeah, so I thought if I made those lists and I started making those pages and people start, knowing that they're there, then yeah, go check them out. Because every time I put up a video, I go in there and I take a look around and see what else they're offering and what's going on and what will kind of fit into my video, items that fit into my video, right? Oh yeah, my friend Heather, she's like a pit bull with a piece of raw meat in her mouth, right? Like she gets in her idea in her head. She's just like one of the bravest women I've ever met, right? And she gets an idea and she gets on and she gets these most amazing jobs and she just doesn't give up, and she's super smart and she's just a sweetheart, right? But she sat in her car and she's one of these, make calls everybody if they do things that aren't right. If people are missing and stuff, she'll always like post things and repost things. And I try to be the same way too within my community. And everybody should. If you have a little Twitter account or something, and communicate within your community. I've gone out for coffee with people I have never met. This Thursday, I think, coming up Thursday, I think, I'm going on a tour of all the old buildings at the University of Manitoba. You won't believe, when we said we save buildings, we save buildings. There's a really big mix of buildings out there. Like you have the new ones in there too, in different styles. But one of our most important architects here in Winnipeg is actually putting on a tour. Yeah, so I thought maybe I would go out there and do the tour. I'm not sure whether or not he would want me to film him. I don't know if it would hurt to ask, but I don't want to intrude on him. I just would be happy to, listen and see. Architecture, like real architecture, is something I've just recently got an interest for, so I would really like to learn more about it. Oh, yes, I did too. My dad loved that music. My dad had a great varied interest in music, but Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday, I don't Satchmo? I'm gonna write that right down, because I'm not sure if I've ever heard of them. Maybe I've heard their music, but I don't know the name. Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. Santana. I really started liking Santana too. Yeah, my dad really liked Santana. I think one of the band members was a friend of my dad's, and he would pop up. My dad was a commercial fisherman, right? But in between seasons, he was a cab driver, so he got to know some, like Vancouver's a port where, we always had famous people coming in and out. And my dad was such a sociable guy that he got to know lots of people. My dad was actually friends with Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn had a boat, and he would come up the coast for poker games at the Bay Shore Inn in Vancouver. I'm pretty sure it was the Bay Shore Inn. Don't take me as fact, but yeah, my dad knew Errol, famous movie actor. Yeah, I was too young. I don't really remember, but he said I met him, but I don't remember. And lots of bands, famous bands and stuff. But like I said, I was a kid. I didn't really pay attention to that stuff. Oh yes. Do you guys watch any of those like movie shows, like that American Idol or The Voice? Yeah, Adam Levine. What a cutie pie that one is. Yeah, Married and Babies. Yeah, Married and Babies. Yeah, yeah, he's a cutie pie. Always going for the younger ones. Yeah, that's me. My husband was 10 years younger than me too. Yeah, that must have been a sign. No, the church burnt down. There's another sign. Oh, and I lost my engagement ring 2 weeks after he gave it to me. That should have been the very first sign. Oh well. It was good while it lasted. Yeah, I watch all those shows, but I watch them online right now. As soon as my contract is over, I don't think I'm gonna get the cable vision anymore. I don't think I've even had the TV. Oh no, I had the hockey playoffs when the Jets got really close into the finals, right? Wasn't that exciting? Oh yeah, we were just tweeting away. Yeah, we were having lots of fun with that. And yeah, even the mayor got into it. It was really quite fun. And every year, with social media, that it gets so much more fun, eh? I don't know how many of you have Twitter accounts, but yeah, you should get Twitter accounts and just follow the people that you like whoever you can think up, right? Yeah. And I would start doing YouTube. You could keep your YouTube channels private, right? And then just put up all your family videos and stuff if you really wanted to. Can you do private videos? Maybe you have to upload something and then you get. I have to relook into that one. Yeah. Oh, I don't watch those kind. Yeah, The Bachelor and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know my American Idol and The Voice is staged too, but The Bachelorette is very staged. It's almost like the female version of wrestling, right? And the guys, they get right into it and think it's a sport. Sorry, guys. Think it's real. Yeah, Ray, my brother-in-law, he really likes the wrestling, and he's right into it. Yeah, and God forbid if you even criticize it. It's real. Yeah, it's all staged. It's like a dance. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, for sure. Like everybody should have a channel. And if you have a business, like even if you have like a little corner store or anything, you should start doing videos, every because you can link, right? So when you're talking to people who might be interested in stuff you're doing, you could just link to your videos. Yeah, every business should have. I mean, I get trained, that that's important, but I really do see how important. And with social media, just get started now because things change so much, and you don't want to regret 10 years down the road that 10 years ago you didn't, get your media sorted out. Yeah, YouTube channel for sure. If nothing else, well, yeah. I'm a Twitter fan too. I like Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, and actually I should tell you because my YouTube channel, I try to make content like that would be interesting for the whole world, right? On my Twitter account is about my community. So if you wanted to see anything all about Winnipeg or anything, yeah, that would be my Twitter account. And all my media is the same name, Prairie Dodgers. And it was funny because it used to be my Instagram, and I know I'm going to start out the Instagram even more. I want to push it, but I kind of concentrate on two of my medias to get good on two of my medias, and I can see I'm doing a few things not right. Some things I'm not doing because you don't have that, but some things I'm not doing when I can just Google the question and then fix the problem, right? And I'll get on my little issues and get that sorted because that will be helpful too. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, and if you don't know about my channel, if you're just popping in just to see what I'm all about, my name's Cindy. I live here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and my dad had congenital heart disease, right? He always knew he was going to die, so he was an adventurer. He loved life. And he just took his family along for the ride. My dad did anything and everything. And I think that's probably one of the reasons I married the man that I did is because he was the exact same way. Like he would always be the first person to jump in and offer to help or do something. And he was always given such great opportunities to do interesting things. And yeah, my dad, he took us along for that ride, and we had an amazing, adventurous life. His whole life, lots of times we were super poor because my dad was also a compulsive gambler, right? He'd do the Friday night poker games and all that stuff too. But I got adventuring under my skin, and yeah, my dad taught me how to be my best friend. And it served me well. After the end of my marriage, I used to be a very outgoing social person. Now I like to spend a lot of time on my own. I do things I do. People, I go off on my own. I like my solitude. I like the idea of going off and climbing the top of a mountain and just being. You would never find me climbing a mountain, but climbing a big hill. Like I do the hill hikes, and when I go out to my favorite camping spot, I am going to show you the most amazing spot. I get up to the top of these. Our mountains out where I go are made of rock, right? Because the glaciers came through and dragged the ground, and it used to be a mountain, right? So our mountains are like big hills of blocks of rock, and you get up these tops of these rocks, and if you can stand on top and look all around as far as you can see, you can't see any kind of human being fingerprint anywheres, right? And you can see lakes miles and miles and miles away. I know some of you know these spots that I'm talking about, but yeah, that's where I wanted to go. And usually I have Maine long weekend, but like I said, I got myself in a financial bind, and I've got to be responsible, and I've got to settle my debts, and I was very lucky too. Even all my bill people worked with me and everything to keep me going. I'm just very thankful. I know I've been here 20 years, but that's no reason for anybody to say, hey, you can be late on your rent or whatever, right? So I'm very thankful for everybody. And like I said, I'll tell you a story one day because I'm not done with it because yeah. Well, I'm not that person, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and at least it needs to be noted, right? But like I said, that'll be a story for another day, and I'm not feeling bad about it. It was a well lesson, but I'm sure, well, I know it hurt my channel, because instead of you watching me live, well, I think you would have still watched me live, because I really wanted the Sunday live to be there anyway. I wanted to do, like, show off my city and stuff like that, but until I got that, I really don't like that bad framing in the picture. So yeah, like I said, that's why we're doing it at home. And isn't this much better? Yeah, it's a lot clearer. Yeah, I'm very happy for it. I hope I'm not taking everybody's time. Is everybody enjoying my conversation? I don't want to hold people up. You don't have to stay just out of being polite or anything like that. Oh, Big Brother. I'm a Big Brother fan. And I keep saying I'm going to upload that audition tape that I have, that I did for Big Brother Canada. I don't know how I got it in my head that I could do Big Brother Canada, but yeah, I put up a audition video, and I should shoot it up to you guys. I bet you guys would find it interesting. And it's just telling you about me and stuff, right? But yeah, I would rock Big Brother. I would rock. I would come in there. I'd be like the sweet little old lady, but just enough, because you know how the old people are always kicked off first, right? So I would just, I don't know. I would figure it out. But yeah, I would win Big Brother. I'd get pretty close too anyway, I think. The only thing I can't do is I can't hold my own weight, and I can't do swinging heights. I can't do like trapeze type things. I would just say, okay, I forfeit. Yeah, and eat slop for a week. And you're so right, Sharon. It really is, because then it just seems like a very small thing, right? Yeah, because when you're in, you just think like it's awful, and it is awful. I mean, it would have been so much better if I played it a little bit smarter than I did. Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be so difficult to get a job. But I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know what it was. Because lots of people get jobs. I mean, I'm only 57. It should have been pretty easy. But I was really fighting, because I knew if I took a branding management job or something like that, then I would stick to it, because, the money is okay, right? Actually, money's pretty good. So if anybody's looking for a career, you guys, any one of you guys, if you are having financial difficulties or anything, learn the branding manager. You could do all the learning practically on YouTube and in Creator Academy. You could probably learn it all. Yeah, and you could add a really nice income to your pension. Yeah, I was very very lucky to have been able. I came pretty close. I don't know how close I came to. It seemed like it was pretty close, but yeah, I go into these, I'm going to lose my YouTube channel. And that was the most important thing to me, was not to lose my channel. Okay, so that's the end of that conversation, because it was all supposed to be cheery and happy. And it is already, I'm thinking, oh, big deal. But like I said, yeah, so I was very happy. I got on with the Manitoba company too. Yeah, good people too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be neat? You know what I would do is I would align myself with the hottest guy on the show. And I would say, hey, I'm going to hang out on this end. You hang out on this end. And we just don't even get your name into the conversations on our sides. And we're just not even going to tell people that we're aligned. But you have to hit them up right away, right? But you have to offer it as a secret alliance, right? If you offer it, just say, oh, let's align, then that person says, well, so-and-so wanted to align with you, and then you'd be like out right away. But if you say secret, let's be a secret alliance, right? Because the popular, good-looking guy is always not going to get kicked out, because all the young girls are going, oh, I want to get to know him. Yeah. And then there's Mama Cindy. with the showmans. Oh, no, I'm just laughing. That would be funny. I will again. I just didn't want to make sure that it was always part of the lives was the Canadian history, and I do want to talk about that and everything. Tonight I just wanted to connect with everybody. Yeah, but I'm glad you liked that. I'm glad you thought that was fun. Oh, hi, Brianna. Yeah, this is the little girl here in Winnipeg who does videos. Yeah, she put up 4 of them, I think, yesterday. I saw them on my list. Oh, and also when you have your YouTube channels, they start suggesting videos, right? And when you like videos, you can make like a little. Oh, can you? I wonder if you can make your own creative list there, and then on your liked videos, you people, because people follow you just for the people that you follow, because that way they'll get a notification when something interesting that you like, and you share it off, then they'll get a notification. You don't even have to have content. Yeah. She protected. She said something, then she was going away. Isn't that the way it is? Divide and conquer. That's exactly. Yeah. I think I would be really good. My whole family likes Big Brother. All my sisters do. Is Lottie still here? Oh, she said she was going to come back, didn't she? She said she had to go away for a little bit and then she might pop back later. Yeah, I didn't schedule far enough in order to get notifications out to everybody properly. If I had done it this morning, I knew I was going to go on at 7 o'clock. You guys can pretty much guarantee if I'm in the city, Sunday evening, 7 o'clock Central, which is 9 o'clock Eastern, and 5 o'clock on the West Coast Pacific time. Yeah, I'll always try and do a little something live. I would have liked to take it. It was so funny, just me out in the boulevard, and I was getting square nails. I got a buckle. I got a coin spill. That was pretty exciting. Yeah, I yelped pretty good though, and because of the high rises, it just echoed everybody, and everybody's sitting out on their balconies going, "What's that woman doing down there?" Yeah, and I stayed. I had a hard time leaving. The only reason I left was that the sun was going down and the mosquitoes were starting to attack. Very good, Brianna. Are you having a good summer? Yeah, so I'm going to do this explore that I had in mind, and that way I think I might just write the history in the description, and then maybe I might set it just to a little bit of music or a little bit of nice sounds in there. Yeah, it's because it was a really interesting story for this building. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could. There's lots of those big high rises that I was telling you about. Those big old stone buildings, they are actually not being used. Like, they wait to find the right tenants for them, right? Lots of them, like, probably still have old hobnail electricity and stuff in them. But they're beautiful. Like the banks, the old banks, because we were the money city here, right, in Canada. And those, see, I'm just saying those ums there. See, if you guys were all there, like, I'd want that little slap on the hand. Cindy, no more ums. But see, now I'm noticing when I'm saying them right. So that's a start anyway. What do you mean school's done till the 30th of June? Isn't school out on the 30th of June? Maybe that's what you meant for the summer, right? because she wouldn't go back to school in the summertime. It's beach time. Yeah, one of my friends just bought a new boat. So Heather, if you're listening out there, you and Dave got to take me out. Yeah, yeah, take this girl out fishing. Oh, another one. Uncut angling. If you guys, he got this barn door. Oh, what was it? The fish. You'll see it. I liked it in my liked videos down below. But yeah, his video was just excellent. I couldn't believe the size of that fish. And it must have been a really big fish because he was pretty excited about catching it too. Yeah, his videos are always really good. And he's really good at editing too. I don't know if he edits his own video, but I knew somebody who knew him growing up. And we had a conversation about him one time. And he said that, yeah, he does all his own editing and everything. And all his own production and runs his own channel. Yeah. And then there's Cindy. Can't wait to find somebody to do this stuff. Yeah. It took me about half an hour to set it up. I didn't really do much, but it's a matter of getting that thing tied around the right spot and the microphone in the right spot. As long as the sound's okay, I'm happy. I know it's probably pretty echo in here, but I put my wind muff in there, but I don't know how that works with the echo. Export it. If you export it, it just goes right back to your pictures. She's talking about Snapseed. It's a photo app. So even if your personal photos and stuff, right? So if you wanted to do like a little birthday card or something and send a beautiful, family photo or something, and then just write something colorful or make a nice design on the photo, and then you can email your photo off to people. Yeah, it's a great app. It is another free app, Snapseed. You can write on it. You can change the way it looks. Yeah. Oh, which got me back to my photos on my Instagram. I was thinking about maybe I'm not going to edit any of my photos anymore. I'm going to see if I can take photos really nice but naturally, right? I see sometimes these like thumbnails and stuff, and they're all so edited and blown out that they look artificial. They look like there I go again. That wizard show, right? They don't look right, but I thought, if I did really nice photos and just show them the way they are, right? So that's an idea I've been throwing around in my head. But I'm always throwing ideas around in my head. Oh, yeah. For sure. When I go through the towns and stuff, and I stop in the cafes, everybody's happy. Everybody has a story. If they'll stop, just even at 40 below zero, they don't mind, just stopping and having a little chit chat with you. We have the most amazing, and that's on our driver's license plates, right? It says friendly Manitoba. Yeah. You ever break down in Manitoba? I swear to God, you will not be broken down. You pop your hood, within 2 minutes, you're going to have somebody stop and take care of you. That's the kind of people we are. Yeah. Just push, there's an export button. Just push the export button after you're finished. After you're finished doing everything, Brianna, just hit export, and then you'll have two pictures the same as as it was, right? You'll have the original, and then you have the one that you edited, and then you can use it as a thumbnail. Yeah, wouldn't that be neat? I see she puts little emojis and some things sometimes on her thumbnails, but yeah, that way she can make really nice thumbnails. Thumbnails are really important sometimes to get people's attention. I got 12 people watching. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and I know tomorrow I'll get to 70 and 80. And then it takes me a couple of days, right, to go, oh, I better go check out, see what stupid things, I start yapping off the top of my head. You never know what I'm going to say. I haven't had to edit, like go in and start chopping things up, so that's okay. Yeah. As long as you guys keep me in mind, if I go off track, just rein me in. Okay, so what else so those people that just popped in, we were talking about James Gordon's guest this week when he had Paul McCartney on, and how I bawled my eyes out after watching it 3 times, and every time I just shed tears. I thought it was just amazing. Yeah, the Elton John one was my favorite, like I said, but yeah, Paul McCartney just blew that out of the park. And you could tell when James Gordon, I was saying James Gordon did that like serious interview, and he was such a nice guy, intelligent and everything, because when he's on his show, he's always funny and stuff, right? But he was very serious and well spoken and everything, and he was talking about it. And yeah, find that video or that interview online, because he only did it like 3 days ago, so it should pop up right away. I can't remember who was interviewing him or not, but yeah, you could tell right away he knew it was going to be a hit, because he was super excited to get the feedback on that one. And sure enough, it hit. Yeah, it was number one over 24 hours. What time is it? 1.5 hours we've been yapping. Are you guys bored with me yet? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit that notification bell if you haven't yet. Next time I go live, then you'll get a notification. That would be pretty neat. Yeah. One day I'll get slammed so hard I won't be able to keep up with the comments anymore. Yeah, that'll be a sad day. You guys ever need to get a hold of me, like you just go through my business email, right? Yeah, you've been long time subscribers. You guys have all been very good to me. So when those private messages go, then make sure if you need to get a hold of me, you come through my until I get my website, because once the money's flowing too, then I can get because my website's ready to go, right? All I have to do pretty much is hit a button and it's ready to go. Yeah, and I made my first little blog. I don't know how, if you can. I'm sure you can find that on Blogger. If you go to Blogger, because I just posted that, and I think I made the account public. So if you wanted to read that little article, yeah, I talked. My first story was because it kind of related to my channel a little bit, right? And the story was about my mom being an on and off Jehovah Witness, and how she made us kid go door to door, knocking on doors, asking if they would talk to mom, who had my youngest sister like as a baby in her arms, and she'd be on the other side of the street, right? And how it affected me, because people would like throw things at us and yell at us and stuff. And I wasn't able to Christmas carol. I wasn't able to trick or treat anymore. And then how it relates to my life right now, because being so young and that happened, and then to be 57 years old and have residue of some childhood memory affect me, right? Because I have things like problems with greeting people for the very first time. Once I've met you, we're awesome, right? But I guess that's why I spend so much time on my own, is because I don't make first contact very well, right? Yeah, because of this Jehovah Witness thing as a child. But it just goes to show you, right, how things affect you. Like, that's just one thing, right? We're just all a great big mixing bowl of things, events, and emotions and things that have happened to us over the course of our lives. And it just kind of molds us into people. Good, bad. Yeah, it's just the way it is, right? We can't help what happens during our lives. Yeah, we can only be responsible for, how we deal with it, right? So you just hack away at it. Oh, Isabella's here. What a beautiful name. And the last name, it just goes so well together. I don't know if I pronounced it together. You go right ahead, Nancy. Thank you so much. You've been here like every live show for like the longest time. You too, Brianna. Bye-bye. maybe we should call it a night. Not because a couple people leave. If you want me to hang out, I'm happy to hang out. But yeah, I just always want to try and keep it down to maybe an hour and a half because, 2 hours is too long. And it is Sunday night, and I know lots of people got to work tomorrow. And I want to get my nails, and you guys see me as I'm talking away, eh? Scraping away at my mosquito bites. Yeah, I'm just scratching away. I'm worse than those black flies, but they sure got me. Good night, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. It was really nice of everybody. Yes, we're going to take off, and we're going to end this now, and hopefully we're back on the road real soon. I just wanted to let everybody know, like I said, I see the light at the end of the tunnel there, and yeah, we'll have a good story time one day. Have a great night, everybody. I'm going to watch the comments for the last couple of minutes just to make sure I didn't meet anybody or miss anything. Have a great night. Bye-bye.